Hi everyone, this is Toby. I'm now a top investor on eToro, as Steve pointed out. The reason I'm making this video is because normally I don't bother, but all this FOMO and hype around meme stocks, crypto, and overvalued companies are crazy now on YouTube. As a new top investor on eToro, I want to actually send a message, and I think I deserve a crown. You see? Yeah. All these low tier investors are jumping into Palantir now just because it's rallied 100%. Seriously, why are you doing that? Just buy an ETF. Just move on. And don't be jealous for my crown, or whatever you want to call it. It's just like Rambo, you know? It's to keep your eyes clear and don't FOMO into something just because your vision is blocked. So yeah, now when I'm on the top, we can like make a visual. I'm actually higher than 20% now, by the way. 21.45. Keep on going. No hype, tech companies, just boring stuff. A real value investor / quality. That's what I like. I like high quality factories, high quality financial statements, management that isn't like giving away all the profits. Yeah, but I see a lot of people buying Palantir now just because it's gone up, and other similar stock. You see NVIDIA, people are jumping into that. Not really reason to buy NVIDIA. There are plenty of options in the market. I'm a top investor now, so we need to like visualize this. I'm top of the mountain, you know. Maybe, yeah. So this is basically what it means to be on the top. Yeah, and down here you have people watering down their profits. I actually got very good grades in art at school, so this art project is very high tier. So thank you for highlighting this, Steve. All these other YouTubers, and they're thinking they're onto something, but they're probably gonna do worse than crypto. So we have people like Jeremy down here in the water. He's basically buying unprofitable companies. He's not even a contender to be a top investor on YouTube or anything. I don't know what he's doing, man. He seems just to be copying better investors. He tries to buy a little of it, you know. Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, he bought it 3 days after Joseph posted a video about Texas Roadhouse. I don't see it as a coincidence. I think he's just ripping other like better investors off on YouTube, and I think he's overall down. If you check his investments, I'll do a quick check. Let's go YouTube. I wish people would do this with more of these people. Joseph is actually doing okay, you know. Buy TTCF. I like how he only shows his one profit. Like he didn't. Is this all his $500,000 was in Tesla? Okay, he bought a lot. Walgreens in 2020. So he's been invested for 3 years. He also pumped, and it's corrected as well, 40% down. If you actually looked at my eToro, Butte is still trading at 2026 estimates, and I said this 2 months ago. You don't get the exact date. 08. So I said this the 2nd of August. Let's see what the 2nd of August was. So yeah, it fell 30% from when I called it. Well, I called it before that as well. It could go to 100, but it's fairly priced now. I don't think it's certainly a bad investment now. He bought it. I think he bought it very, very cheap, like here in this area. So he's up money, but I don't know why he's holding it this year. It's been overvalued over 50%, and you're still holding on to it. Like, what's the reason? I know he never does valuation, and he never looks at financial statements, so that's why he deserves to be down here with the fishes, you know. Also, I think he claims to listen to 100 earnings calls, which is not bad, but you don't get enough info just listening to earnings calls. You actually have to understand the financials. So then we go to the second person. I think it's just like, I have so many things to say about this guy. He has a portfolio that's not a real portfolio. According to his descriptions in all his videos, is my portfolio cannot maybe be real investments. It might be all imaginary, like paper trading accounts and so on and so on and so on. So I'm like, okay, if the portfolio is paper trading, does it really matter? Like, show us like the real juicy stuff, you know? I don't really dislike him that much, but I dislike that he's selling. Both of these are sellers. They're not really investors. They sell stuff, and I don't like this. Like, investment community should be for investors, not for salesmen, basically. And then we have, what more should we say? Yeah, so basically you have that, and then you have average Andes. I would say if you're holding VTI, you're actually doing good, and I think you will do good for a long time. And that's why if you're a long-term holder of VTI, good, you're doing something good. If you day trading the S&P, if you're basically a day trader, if you don't look at the long term, if you look at what's going to happen now, and not day trader, just trader, ETF Andy. This is the person who buys ETFs, but instead of holding them, he can't hold them. He has to sell. He's up 10% this year. He's gonna sell because maybe it's going to be a pullback and he will lose his 10% gain. And they actually end up down here. If you're going into an ETF, if you're going into VTI, if you're going into S&P 500, hold for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Not just 1 year, 2 years, a quarter. That's like just, you don't know what will happen in 1 month. It's just gamble. Micro this, micro that. It can change tomorrow and you lose your profit. And then you have people that actually like, this doesn't give you enough return, so you wanna pump it up. You go into, these are the worst people. I'm going to put margin and lose even more money because, yeah, I've seen a few cases now this year where people just YOLO into something. They put like a 5x margin and hope things will go their way, and this clown can just go away. Don't understand how he still gets more views. I think it's a lot of bot views, but this is the thing, like they can make 20k a month. These two salesmen, I don't want to call them investors, it's salesmen. So yeah, and basically everyone in here is just the average investor. Like, long term will always win. I'm just saying it like it is. You have so many other reasons. You have penny stock investors as well. If you're trading penny stocks, I don't know what to tell you. You might as well be a gambler. Oh yeah, these two actually recommended penny stocks a couple of times, so that should tell you enough. Of course, you have the Meet Kevin as well. He, like, there's no reason for him. I don't know. You can pay him to clean your bathroom, you know, with his new, it's not even a course. It's like these people, they sell courses or programs, because a program is definitely not a course. Yeah, 100% return of your money guaranteed. Sure, man, don't buy that. Don't buy into that. You're gonna get scammed. And if you put 20k into something like a course, you're never gonna get that return back. Even if you compound at 30% 1 year, these courses are full of irrational thinking. Maybe it's the best way, because they're not investors. They're either traders. Well, I wouldn't be too harsh on Jeremy. I guess he's trying to provide value, but I doubt he's read any books. I don't get the feeling he's read any books. It's like, I listen to conference calls, so I know everything by my course. And then he copies other people. And if Jeremy watches this, you can go into my eToro profile and you can check my stocks, and you can just copy the portfolio, and you will beat your average 5-year return, which is 10%, by just copying me for the next 5 years, or by the VTI or S&P 500. Actually, anything will beat your return. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a top investor, so I now deserve a crown. And if you're on this level on eToro, like, I would say anyone that makes over 5% is a decent investor. So let's put 5% yearly, Andy. These are the decent people, and they will make money, and that's okay. But I think what will set everyone apart is on a really bad year. I'm talking when the S&P falls 30%. What will happen to his portfolio? Like, his portfolio is basically few companies with few quality, and then the stocks that I actually believe he picked, like Elf, like FOMO. I don't know why he picked FOMO. It's horrible company, man. It's like, I should do a fundamental look into FOMO because it's just shit show. And then you have this guy who recommended, but he doesn't want to say he recommends, but he put out a video about a penny stock that pumped up 35% the next day. If you're doing 5%, that's good. You're in a bull market, so the bull market should carry you. And I say above 17%, this is your goal. You want 17%. It's a magical number. If you can reach 17% TTM, maybe you should add TTM. This should be your goal. Ignore the hype stocks. Ignore all that. You don't need to make 60% a year. If you 1 year later make a loss of 30%, your goal should be simple. Don't lose money. Try to make money. If you make 5%, that's okay. If you make 17%, that's great. Okay? Of course, there will come a year when everyone will lose money. And I would say that year, if you lose if everyone loses 30%, lose 25%. If you can do this, you're on the edge of becoming into the top sector of the pyramid scheme of the mountain. Not pyramid scheme, no pyramid schemes on eToro. It's not like eToro is trying to push everyone towards a few PIs or top investors. It's not a pyramid scheme, I promise. Okay, so the next investor is someone that I actually don't dislike that much. Even though his valuation program, website, yeah, it's a website, it's not really a program, actually couldn't calculate free cash flow yield correctly. So, and it's his entire selling point. Oof. Oh gosh, oh, wait, yeah, there we go. He's actually like, he's competing with the VTI, even though he's very exposed to technology. And I would be careful if I was him. Long term, I think decent, but I think he will also be one of those who gets hit by a 30 or more drop in a bad economy, because he has good companies, but he has them at high valuation. But he's probably gonna hold them until he retires, so it's all cool. I understand his thesis, why he's doing everything, so his investment makes sense. So to say, I wouldn't trust 100% his software. I would actually read the financial statements. His website shows the wrong numbers or does the wrong calculation somehow. I don't know. Something is wrong. I noticed it when he went over PayPal, because I did my research on PayPal. And when he said it was 5% free cash flow yield, I spilled my water, because it was trading at 12%. Something was wrong anyways. But as an investor, he's doing very well. And I think he will continue as long as it's not a really bad year. I think his Costco holding is 30, 45, somewhere in between there, overvalued percentage-wise. But it's a good company. But if it falls, I'd buy it, so to say. I like them because they do some fundamentals, but they do very base level stuff. Very just skim the surface. Don't read the financial report. Don't read the cash flow statements or anything like that. I think it's just 8. I've seen some of their videos, like Alibaba. I also saw he shorted NVIDIA when it was actually decent price, and then he bought it when he made a like, here, 2 weeks ago, I'm buying NVIDIA. So he's admitting that he has to get publicity on YouTube. It's like he would buy Palantir just because the last YouTube videos got the 5 million views. So he's all in Palantir all of a sudden. This doesn't match up with any of my valuations. Sorry, like, I don't know how he comes to these like magical numbers. He doesn't make a DCF. He doesn't calculate cost of the company or anything like that. It's like, yes, surface level, like we're gonna throw out a number. It's like, okay, his bottom case, I would say that's crazy. Maybe if NVIDIA loses all its earnings power, maybe you get it at 30. But then there's no point owning it. Their competitors take over and NVIDIA can't sell to Microsoft and Google and Meta anymore. You know, okay, then we see a 30 price target, but then you don't want to own the company. So, but I've seen worse. I've seen people talk about like 1,000. So 300, maybe okay in the future. I don't know. He's, yeah, I don't know what to say. The valuation is just off the rocks. But okay, so it looks a bit better for me now when I actually looked at the video, because he actually didn't buy it. So okay, but I also know he shorted NVIDIA at a good price. So I don't know what this guy is doing. He just seems like they're trying to get views quick, you know. It's not about trying to help people become better investors or anything. It's just, and I don't think it's a long-term strategy. Like, just what's popular today? Tesla. I'm buying Tesla. Why would you buy Tesla if you're a value investor? That doesn't make sense. His entire claim is that he's a value investor. Disciplined investment education YouTube channel. Options trading. Okay, he just went from this. When you start talking about option trading and trading, you actually go, yeah, you're in the yellow. You could have been up in the green, but okay. Let's go to next one. That's a good picture. He went bald. This is no surprise where he goes. He goes down with the drifters. Like, if you buy a private jet, you can't really, like, what do you think you are? Actually, the thing is, this guy should be here. This guy should be here. These two, I would call like a danger zone. Actually, they get their own special zone. Because the thing is, meet Kevin and Jeremy both want to become more and more wealthy, and they're using weird ways of accomplishing it. Meet Kevin tried to make this, I don't remember what it's called, like house hack. Yeah, this house hack he started and got sued because it's a scam. Rightfully so. A lot of people covered it, so I don't really want to cover it. What is the first thing he does when he gets sued? He still has this open. I don't understand how you can sell these like ridiculous prices. Yeah, you know what money is gonna use to buy the real estate. You're basically paying for him to buy real estate. That's what you do by buying this. You're paying him to make more money. For him, not for you. You're not gonna make more money. I need help. Oh yes, you do. You do need help.
Hey everyone, meet Kevin here.
Fill out a form, send resume. So you can work for a scammer. He's already, you can say he's a scammer because, well, allegedly scammer. Yeah, they're in the red zone. This guy is just touching on it. It's like touching on it. He wants to join them, you know? He wants to join them. He hires his dog as a financial advisor. That's when you know it's edging on sketchy, you know? He's selling a course. Of course he is, else he wouldn't be down here. Do we have any other? Oh yeah, we have.
Hi everyone, today this is a special episode.
It's crazy, like, this guy is popular still. I don't know, at least he's died out a bit, I think. Like, what's his most popular? You know, yeah, okay, but he still keeps pumping out videos, and he's trying to add like explosions, whatever, to get you to click, you know. Obviously there's a theme of fire and explosions on his channel. Kinda fitting. Oh gosh, what is this? I think he sells a lot of different things. If you go in here, honest, I haven't watched a lot of his content. He smells like bad actors. Like, he has a lot of bad intentions. As soon as I look at it, like, yeah, okay, join his Discord, sponsor. Okay, affiliate link. Here we go. You have a course. One more affiliate link. Patreon, of course. One more affiliate link. Stock Mo tracker. What is this? For special perks, click to subscribe. Get free stock tracker sheet by sign. Oh, okay, get it free by signing up on his email list. Yeah, so he can spam you with sales divided by 21996. So he claims his average is 36,000, almost 37,000 per video. If you look at the oldest, 3,000. Like, he has a few popular videos. Like, he was popular 3 years ago, so he kind of died out. It's probably a good thing. I don't know too much about him. I just know, yeah, is he chilling, volunteer now? He does a lot of like urgent, it's over, trying to make people panic. He still has too many views, I think. But Jeremy is worse when it comes to views. Wait. Yeah, oh gosh, Jeremy, you're down so much on Pubo now. Oh yeah. But this is how basically the YouTube landscape looks now, and hopefully I will grow and become more popular on YouTube, and we can replace all of these in the water region, because we don't need people who sells courses. We need people who gives information for free, not people who pump stocks. You know, if you're down this year, I tried warning people. These are basically the companies I told people to watch out for earlier this year. Hertz, I was actually short at $11, and for some reason some people recommended this stock on YouTube, and they said like, oh, good value. Are you crapping me? Good value? This is what happened to Hertz. I should have just kept the short, to be honest. I would have beaten the market so many times over. But I don't like shorting. It doesn't give me any value. My short was up here. Yeah, I would have made a lot of money. The second company was Tesla, and I was on about this at like 270, and yeah, it had some recovery, but basically it's gone down and it's gone up, and now it's starting to look better for Tesla. I actually believe they have a future, even though they're not the best company out there. Still, I would call you a fool to put your money into something that risky. It's basically betting Elon will save the planet or something. And then of course AMD. AMD ran up because of the hype of NVIDIA. And if you compare them, AMD didn't produce enough to like not compete, but to be equally valued like NVIDIA. And it's still trading at very high PE, but you can still lose money. That's the thing. And today you had some kind of horrible news as well come out about, what is it, SMCI, how is the stock doing? It's only down 1%, like a big report. I should make a video about that. Anyways, so basically you're not alone if you're down this year, so don't be too hard on yourself. I made this poll to prove a point that even if someone tells you it's a bad idea and the stock actually, well, in these cases they died, most of them, especially Intel. Oh. Anyways, don't be mad at yourself. Instead, try to improve. Read some books, actually something about fundamentals. This is one of my favorite simple books to read. It's just the interpretation of financial statements, and it's very easy to read. It's basically, you also have an audiobook for it, so if you don't want to buy it, listen to the audiobook. Yeah, I want to make a video on how to invest as a value investor. Or well, I'm a mix of value, quality. If you're a value investor, you also want to invest for growth. So it's not all about buying it cheap. You want a cheap company that has a strong future. That's the entire point. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I noticed now my cam was a bit blurry. Sorry about that. There should be a video somewhere here about my next topic I want to talk about. See ya.